of contact. Once I get in using 3 points of contact, I'm going to check my fire extinguisher. It's over here. It's not bent, broken, or cracked. It's securely mounted. It's got a pin in place. It's not expired, and it has a tag, and it's fully charged. Now we're going to check our seat belt. Make sure it's not cut, torn, or frayed. Make sure it latches and unlatches. Okay, then we have our 3 reflective triangles. We'll roll this up. We have our 3 reflective triangles. They're not bent, broken, or cracked. They're securely mounted. We got spare fuses up here. Okay. Then we're gonna check our mirrors. We want to make sure our mirrors are clean and not bent, broken, or cracked, securely mounted, and then they're properly adjusted to me when I'm in the seat. Our windshield is not bent, broken, or cracked. The seal around it is tight and no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. Our windshield wipers are not bent, broken, or cracked. They're tied up against the windshield. They're not loose or missing any parts. I'm going to go ahead and turn my key to the on position to give it some power. Now I'm going to make sure my ABS light turns on and off. Okay, it went on and off. I'm going to make sure my headlight works on the dash. Our high beams work on the dash. Our left indicator, our right indicator, and our 4-way flasher. Okay, now we're going to check our windshield wipers again. Make sure that they clean the spray and the spray is working. Alright, that looks like it's all functional. We're going to check our horns. Air horn, city horn. Okay. What else? We got our heater and defroster. We're going to put it on there. Check them below and the top. Okay, blowing on both ends. Now we're going to safe start the truck. Truck's in neutral. Brakes are both set. I'm going to kick down the air so we make sure that we hear our air governor cut out. While we're waiting for the governor to rise, or the air pressure to rise, we want to make sure it's rising to the operating range, no warning signals. We want to make sure that our water is rising to the operating range, no warning signals. We want to make sure that our oil pressure is rising to the operating range, no warning signals. Our voltmeter is between 12 and 14 volts. We have at least 1/8 of a tank of DEF. And now I'm going to assist it, give it throttle to make sure we hear our air governor cut out. Governor just cut out between 120 and 140 psi. We can now start our air brakes test. We're going to start by shutting the truck off, putting the key back to the on position so we can read our gauges. We're going to disengage both brakes. We're going to let that air stabilize, and then we're going to perform our service brake test, brakes applied test. I'm going to hold the brake down for a minute, and in that minute I cannot lose more than 4 psi. Air is now stabilized, and I will now start my timer. There's a good chance if you missed anything to talk about it. I don't think I missed anything. We got our heater defroster, we got our horns, we got our gauges, we got our safety stuff, our belts, our fire extinguisher, we got in using 3 points of contact, we did our spare fuses, we did our mirrors, we did our windshield, so we didn't miss anything. Only takes about a minute to name everything, so it's good to take that minute and think about, make sure you've checked everything. Okay, a minute has elapsed. We did not lose more than 4 psi. Now, I'm going to fan the brake, and before 60 psi, we should get an audible and visible warning. I'm going to do that now. Okay, we got a visible and an audible warning that came on well before 60 psi. I will now continue to fan the brakes until my emergency brake valves pop out unassisted. That should happen between 20 and 40 psi. I'll do that now. Okay, both my brakes popped out unassisted between 20 and 40 psi. I can now safe start the truck. Brakes are set, truck's in neutral. I'm now going to give it throttle and assist to build up air pressure back to the governor cutout between 120 and 140 psi. Point on your test you realize you forgot to turn the key, or maybe you touched your valves and pulled them out when you shouldn't, you can tell your tester, hey, I fucked up, let me start over, just start from the top, okay? So just take this time in between when you're waiting for stuff to happen, like your air buildup or your 1 minute timer, to think about something you might have missed. If you miss something simple on your in-cab, like your seatbelt, you can just talk about it here, you don't have to restart. So hey, I forgot my seatbelt, I want to make sure it's not cut or frayed, and then it latches and unlatches. Or hey, I forgot my reflective triangles, or anything else you might have forgotten, you can talk about it here. My tractor brake or my parking brake, tug my trailer brake, put it in drive, tug against it. Okay, my trailer brake held, good test. Now I'm going to disengage my trailer brake, tug against my tractor or my parking brake, put it in drive. Okay, tractor brake is working, both are good. Now I'm going to do a service brake test. I'm going to disengage both brakes, I'm going to drive forward 5 miles an hour, and then I'm going to stop. I'm going to make sure my wheel does not move left or right, indicating brake issue. Okay, I have my steering wheel lightly. We did not move left or right, so we stopped altogether. It's a good test. This completes my in-cab and my air brakes inspection. Tester, would you please get out and check my lights? Your lights will be your top clearance lights, your headlights that include high beams, running lights, 4-eye flasher, turn signals. Then they're going to check this side marker light. That side marker light on your door is a 3-way light. It's a marker light, a turn signal, and a hazard light. Then you're going to check the top clearance light on the top corner of your trailer. It's just a clearance light, okay? We're making sure it's on and it's functional. Then you go to the back of your tractor. That is brake lights, emergency lights, your turn signals, and your running lights, okay? Then you go to the middle of the trailer. The side of the trailer, there's another light, three-way light, just like this one on the door. It's a four-way flasher, a marker light, and a turn light. Then you go back to the back of your trailer. The back of your trailer has your brake lights, running lights, hazard lights, turn signals. Then you got clearance lights at the top. Just want to make sure they function, okay? And you come to the side of your trailer on the passenger side. It's a three-way light, it's a marker light, it's a turn signal, and a hazard light. And then the door on the back, on the side of your tractor, three-way light again. Marker light, turn signal, emergency light. And that would complete the whole exam inside and out.